Hey there, Walt here from WaltInPA, and I was just about to open this up by saying, hey, you should recognize this place. I did a mail call here, only my videos are so backlogged, and I need to push this one forward, so you haven't seen this place yet, but you will. And I explored down by the creek, and I took some pictures, and kind of wandered around a little bit. This place is like right in my backyard. I didn't realize it was this close. I mean, I've been past this park a number of times, but I never bothered to come in here until I went looking for a place to sit down and do a mail call about 2 weeks ago. So, alright, so the reason why we need to push this video up in the schedule, because this is going to be my Christmas episode. So, cue the Christmas music, cue the snow, and let's get it going. Well, as I said, today is going to be my Christmas episode, and I need to push it forward in the schedule because my schedule's an absolute disaster. I've got so much content backlogged and pre-scheduled and recorded in an order to make sense, and now I need to push something real far forward, and it's kind of a mess. But just kind of make do. So anyway, I knew that I was going to have issues with scheduling. So what I was actually planning on doing was recording my Christmas episode and my New Year's episode back in October, like September, October, and it didn't feel right, you know. We were along, it wasn't even Halloween yet, and here I was trying to get in the Christmas spirit and do this recording, and I couldn't make it work, so I wound up scrapping the recording. But now it's December, it's like December 6th, the weather feels like Christmas, it's brisk. It was 31 degrees when I left the house, and then the feels like temperature was in the 20s, like low 20s. So it's a little breezy today, it is definitely brisk. So I thought, you know, today feels like a day to do a Christmas episode, I think. So I think I'm going to run through town, you know, we'll take a look at some of the Christmas tree stands that are out. I'm not going to go real far today. With as cold as it is, I don't want to wind up putting, 50, 100 miles on the bike and freeze while I'm doing it. So this video should be coming out on Christmas Day. So with that said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. Wish you and your family well. Hope you're having a good holiday season. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about Christmas gifts. So leading up to this Christmas, I wouldn't say that I didn't like Christmas, but Christmas always came with a lot of stress. You know, how do I find the money to get gifts for people that I care about, and I gotta get my kids gifts, and I still have to pay bills, and it was, times have been tight the last few years, actually a lot of years leading up to this point in my life. But about 2, maybe 3 years ago now, I began to see positive change in my finances, where squirreling away money and chipping away at debt was finally starting to make an impact. And over the last few years, Christmas has been more cheerful, when you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for things. I mean, I still have a budget, don't get me wrong, I'm not like rolling in dough or anything, but I have much less financial stress than I used to. And it's actually made Christmas a whole lot more enjoyable. It's always been fun seeing the kids get up and race down the steps and check out the presents under the tree and get excited. That's always been fun. But leading up to that, it's like, oh no, I have to get this, I have to buy these, I have to buy that, I have to do this, I have to do that. All this stuff costs money, and it's a stressful time of year. So I'm enjoying Christmas more than I used to. It's like being a kid again, where there's not so much to worry about. But I feel like I've gotten off on a tangent. So anyway, Christmas. And how does it have anything to do with motorcycles? Well, my wife and I we're kind of terrible gift givers. I'll give you an example. So a few years back, my wife discovered that she really liked wine. You know, it was fun. It was something she could go out and do with her friends. She could do, you know, wine tastings at wineries, and we've gone to a couple together, and, you know, they're okay. I'm not a wine person, but it's fun seeing her have fun. And for me, I have a tendency to I get deep into stuff, probably deeper than I should. So, you know, my wife is getting into wine, and I thought, you know what, I'll make this a wine-themed Christmas. I'll go out to the winery she likes. I'll pick her up some wine. I'll go out and I'll find her a wine dossier. I'll find her this. I'll find her that. I'll get her these special wine glasses. You know, and I'm going to do all this stuff, and she's going to love it. Well, that's how my mind works. You know, she opens up all this wine stuff, and she's like, oh, you know, it's great, it's nice. But you know, I could see it in her eyes, like, wine is fun. Like, and suddenly I was turning wine into work. So I get it, you know. And she's done some things very similar, where she thinks that a gift is going to be received a certain way, and I don't quite receive it that way. I mean, I always appreciate it, and I always like what she gets me, but I don't have quite the excitement that she was anticipating. So we're very similar in that way, in that we're kind of terrible at buying each other gifts. So over the past few years, we've been just making it dead simple, and it's like, hey, what do you want? And I'll go buy it for you. This year my wife asked me, oh, you know, like, what can you use for the bike? And I start telling her stuff, and she's like, oh, well, you know, I'm not really sure where to find this stuff, or, you know, what exactly to get. Would you mind just ordering yourself something, and then I'll wrap it and put it under the tree? Now, when we do this, when we effectively buy ourselves presents, in addition to that, we always get other things for that person. So, like, for instance, if I go out and I buy myself a tank bag for my bike for Christmas, and my wife's going to give it to me for Christmas, which I did, and there's a little bit of a story there. In addition to that, she'll get me other things. It's, you know, it's not like we're buying ourselves all of our Christmas presents. It's just a nice way to make sure that we get something that we want or need, and to make it as dead simple, uncomplicated as possible for the other person. So now back to the tank bag. So my wife's asking me what she can get me for the bike that I would like, and I said, hey, you know, I got an email from Revzilla the other day that the Nelson Rig Commuter Series tail bag that I want is on sale. You know, it's like $30 off or something like that, and I'd really like to get it because, you know, I want some kind of storage on the bike. They have different sizes, but this is the one that I want, and yada yada yada. And she just kind of looks at me, and her eyes gloss over, and she's just like, I don't know how to order motorcycle stuff. Can you just could you just order that, please? So a few days go by. She comes home from work. We're talking in the kitchen, and I said, oh, but, you know, by the way, I ordered my Christmas present. And she gets this confused look on her face, and she says, what do you mean you ordered your Christmas present? I said, you know, I ordered it. It's coming. It'll be here in a couple days. She's like, but I ordered you your Christmas present. You know, and it was that confused moment of, what are you talking about? No, what are you talking about? So we go back and forth a little bit, trying to make sure that we didn't double up on gifts. And when I told her I ordered the tail bag, she relaxed a little bit. So apparently she bought me something for my motorcycle and got concerned and thought that maybe I ordered it for her. So it's pretty cool. I should be getting 2 motorcycle gifts this year. One I know is a tail bag. But I have no idea what the other one is, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out. I ordered my wife some stuff. I'm not gonna say what it is because I need to edit this before Christmas, and I don't want her overhearing some of the things that I bought her. she wanted makeup from Ulta. I don't know what that means, but I don't have a clue when it comes to that sort of thing. She wound up ordering that for herself. And the funny thing was, she's like, oh, you know, can I just open this up and start using it, or do I really have to wait until Christmas? And I said, well, you won't let me use my tail bag, so you're waiting until Christmas. Got a little laugh out of that. We got the kiddos a whole bunch of stuff. Got my oldest daughter kind of a big gift this year, big for our budget. So kind of excited to see how she reacts to that. But she's getting to that age where everything is expensive. She has really taken a liking to gaming. Her and her friends will sit and play computer games, and I remember doing that when I was a kid and really enjoying it. But she's in dire need of a computer. We bought her a used, one of her friends was doing computer repair as a side business. So what he would do is he would go out and he would buy like when a company decides to upgrade their computers, and they wind up with 20-30 corporate computers that they're going to get rid of, he would buy those up and then refurbish them and then resell them. And he was getting out of that business. I guess he had a falling out with his partner, and he had one computer left, and he asked if we'd be interested in it for our daughter. So that's what we wound up buying, and it wasn't a great computer to begin with. It was kind of dated, but it did exactly what she needed it to do, to play Roblox. So I really want to get her a computer, but it's not happening for Christmas. We got her a different gift. But we're getting off topic again. Anyway, that is my Christmas episode. Kind of got off topic a little bit, but hopefully when I edit it, I can make a couple of course corrections and nudge it back into a direction so that it has a half decent flow. Despite it being 30 degrees out, 32 degrees, it's actually not that bad. Although I am layered up pretty well, so that's always a plus. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Wish you and your family the best. Thank you for watching. As always, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.